Alright, time for some more textmorphy. So what was the
The imprints
here?
on this page, I'd say Malloy was writing on the title page and then tore it out.
Right.
Looks like Malloy might have been trying to make an anagram out of the title, "There Are Messages from Outer Space."
Oh yeah, and I tried to contact her, but she wasn't there. So maybe later. Maybe later. In the meantime, I can always go to the morgue, right? Like, anything else? Doesn't seem like. Not for now. So might as well.
For the second time in a week, Mac comes through for me. Oh, that's a new record for him. When I get to the morgue, the door's unlocked and the coroner has conveniently gone out for a long lunch.
Gone out for a longer lunch. Alright. Well, this is the morgue. Good. Where is the body?
This reminds me of one of my favorite songs. The hip bone connected to the leg bone.
Nice. Nice. I do not know. There was a reference here. Okay.
And a clean morgue is a happy morgue.
Painted on.
In case one of the cadavers starts playing with matches.
Yeah. What is this, by the way? Oh, the fire alarm?
I hope I don't trigger that alarm.
Should be fine. Until you forget about it and you decide to light up
Security keypad. I hope the alarm hasn't been set.
This is the
That's the doorway out.
But what happens? Ah, so okay, they have something. Wait, is this gonna be loud? Yes, it is. I don't wanna do here, probably not.
This reminds me of one of my favorite songs.
Okay. Actually,
this reminds me of one of my favorite
sing
songs.
it for us one
the
more
hip
time.
bone connected to the leg bone.
Unclaimed personal items.
This cabinet says, unclaimed personal items.
Might as well have said textmorphy only. Oh my god.
Someone didn't finish their sandwich.
And what is this? Yep, you guessed it.
It's Pug. I always wondered what happened to him after I tossed him out of my office. Well, it's good to see they've got additional storage capacity.
Wait, there's actually nothing to get from here? Or at
From the
least
looks of these
nothing I
damaged
want to
craniums, I'd say these are the remains of Curly, Larry, and Moe. Various odds and ends. Nothing too exciting.
Okay, what is this? Eye wash.
Eye wash fountain. I'll bet eyes come from miles around to bathe in this fountain.
Wait, can you even turn it on?
The sink is spotless.
Doesn't seem like it. I think there was something here in these drawers below, but I guess I'll get to that stage.
Looks like it's locked.
Oh, so these are all locked.
Lost and found. I'll bet there's some fun items in here. A strap-on shoe. I deduce chicanery took place at the coroner's annual three-legged race. I wonder if the owner knows it's lost.
Wait, what is this?
I wonder if the owner knows it's lost.
Oh, this is a hand. Okay, I was like, what do you mean? It's a blue thing. Oh man. Okay.
Counter cabinets look like they're worth checking out.
Use this brain.
So, this is where Louis shops for his brains and eggs special. This label says Abby normal. I hope someone doesn't accidentally use this brain. Ugh, eyeballs. I bet someone's been looking all over for these.
Yeah. Most def. Okay, so what is this now?
These drawers are labeled with letters. They probably contain some personal belongings brought in with the dearly departed. Maybe Horton had something on him.
Maybe he did. Maybe here?
Looks like it's locked.
Oh, it is that one.
G through I, and Horton starts with H.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. What do we have in here? Look at this.
Nice calendar. Maybe I'll start shopping at Fred's. The stuff in these beakers looks pretty sticky.
All of them?
More office furniture.
Anything here in the corner? No.
This drawer's all locked up. This drawer looks pretty promising.
This is also very interesting because some of them have locks, but others do not. How does he know before opening them? Wait, it's empty?
Nothing in here.
Okay. There go my hopes.
That drawer looks promising. Nothing in here. How I Did It by Victor Frankenstein. I get the feeling that evil experiments have been done here. That gurney looks about as comfortable as one of those Craft-O-Matic beds. This scalpel looks sharp. Nice tools. Ideal instruments to pull, poke, and prod. But I guess they don't get too many complaints.
Nope. These people do not. I should have said these doctors do not. Anyway.
Nice tools. Ideal instruments to pull, poke, and prod. But I guess they don't get too many complaints. There's a yellowy liquid in this cup. It's probably lemonade.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Anything you'd like to tell us about?
Well, it's interesting, but not too useful to me right now. I wonder if there's one around here on female anatomy.
Well, maybe you should have looked in the other room.
These skulls look pretty healthy. My head's been hit so many times my cranium x-ray looks like the tributaries to the Amazon. I wonder if there's one around here on female anatomy. Refrigerated storage unit.
Yeah, it seems like... Oh?
Refrigerated storage unit.
Am I supposed to dig him out or something? Oh.
Well, there's always room for more.
Let's see. Nothing. No notes or anything.
Refrigerator.
I was gonna say. Oh, okay.
The cause of death for this guy's obvious.
Aha. That actually looked like something was stuck in him, like a knife or a pen or something like that.
Dag Horton. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather see in here.
Well, what do you know? This him. I forgot about this little joke here.
The cause of death for this guy's obvious.
Nice. What was it?
I wonder if there's one around here on female anatomy.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the calendar should be good enough for you. Say, examine it. Is it all good? Nice and sharp? Alright, try this. Yay. And in here we have, a couple of things.
I'll bet Mr. Horton has something useful in his wallet.
And
A file cabinet key.
a file cabinet key. Oh, for the other one. Alright, as far as I remember, there was one I did not open. Where's this gun? Sweet, well, body control, the mattress, passcard number. Carry this passcard with you at all times. Use the passcard number to identify yourself when communicating with Sweetwell's customer service center. Send contact authorization, schedule changes in writing from the above address. See back for other numbers. Okay.
This looks identical to the key I found in Horton's office.
So I'm definitely going back to the place. Alright, let's see what's been going on around here since I last left. I'll just open the doors. Anything new? No, nobody's been fiddling. And behind door number 2 we have what is this again?
A little Bo Peep.
Hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah, maybe the contents of this envelope will shed a little light.
Oh, and the key. Okay. Memo from the desk of Jackson Cross. For your information, 1091. More calls being thrown at me. Date March 4th, 2043. The special assignment, target A, right, interrogated and eliminated. Target B, Ellis. Under surveillance, but not an immediate priority. Target C: colons. It's imperative that you begin surveillance on Target C immediately. The doctor has gone underground and all attempts to locate him have failed. Target C, as we disclosed, worked with the doctor and is the last person known to have contact with him. In addition, I have acquired information on Target D, Emily Patterson. Target D is living in the Lucia Flamingo nightclub. I have a reason to believe that the doctor may attempt to contact or relay information to Target D, so secondary surveillance is required. As we outlined previously, any contact with targets C and D must follow the BAK MO. Black Arrow Killer MO. This is imperative. Once either target receives a communication from the doctor, the target should be eliminated. Also, I must stress again the top secret nature of this assignment. Details should not be disclosed with anyone, including other operatives. Jackson Cross. Okay. Wasn't this
From the imprints on
also one of the codes that I saw? I mean, there were many codes on the clipboard, which I, mind you, don't have anymore, right? Right. Oh, but this will let me in here. Let's see, is this it? Nope. Okay, what was this? Okay, that's what I thought. And this other code is, oh, maybe from this. This may or may not be more convenient here. I think that's where was on a timer. Let's see if I'm correct. In fact, I won't even touch. Let's see, what is this?
seems to be some kind of giant degaussing machine. Uh-oh. This machine encrypts objects with a security code. Well, this is either a map of San Francisco or a giant Etch-a-Sketch. I wonder what those lights mean. Could be part of a security scanner.
Could be. Anything I want to know about here? Nope. Seems like nobody's dropped anything for me.
I wish I had keys for all the lockers.
Yeah, no, right?
Hello, box. We meet again. Ah, we meet again. This time, I'm not letting it out of my sweaty little hands.
That nervous already, Tex. Okay, so yeah.
Looks like a code is required in order to use this scanner.
Oh, in order to use it.
I guess I'll need to put something in the reader first. Well, that won't work. I guess I should open the door first.
Well, okay. Wait.
Seems to be some kind of giant degauss.
How does this work? Oh, that says open. I thought it was enter and clear. Okay. Wait, do I operate this way?
I hope this box is now descanned.
Well, we're about to find out. Close it? No. Wait, what is this? Ah, okay. Let's go. Alright, very nice. Paper with numbers. So there is only one number. So I've got the box. I guess I notify the guy.
Have you had any luck recovering the box from the NSA?
Yeah, I got it, but I don't think the feds are too happy with me right now. You got a second to talk?
Certainly. Yes, I do remember. Thomas enjoyed doing anagrams.
Wow, that was an eventful.
I don't know who he is. No, I've heard of the book, but I've never read it. Oh, yes, I know of him. He's a respected writer in the field of UFO studies. By all appearances, he's a reclusive man.
How did we speak about this?
Project Blueprint was the name given to the military's analysis of the alien materials. I don't believe I have any additional information.
Right. I think I don't have anything else to ask him about.
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now, but if you leave your name and vid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
Looks like Regan isn't home right now. I'll have to try later.
Very interesting. Okay, I've got the box. Let's examine it again. Okay, let's not examine it again. He said something about these holes with it or something. They go somewhere. Is this the box that goes with this? Where was it? Maybe, maybe not. Oh yeah, this reminds me. I may have to get that thing from Rook. Also, this disc, I never did anything with that.
A disc? I'll bet whatever's on here will get me a lead. I can run it on the computer back at the office.
Right, and when I go there, it asked me for a passcode. Okay. Nope. I have no idea. What was it from outer space? Oh, messages.
From the imprints on this page, I'd say Malloy was writing on the title page and then tore it out. Looks like Malloy might have been trying to make an anagram out of the title, There Are Messages from Outer Space. This scrap refers to some...
Okay, I don't know who do I ask about the cosmic connection. Somebody has to give me the address. It's really funny. Oh, I'm a PI, but I can't figure out an address.
Between my wedding ring and this picture of my ex-wife Sylvia, I will never, ever forget that women are alien creatures capable of great destruction.
Yeah, this was a little in the frame when they were talking with Gordon.
Nothing kills these plants, and I ought to know.
Okay, so we got one of the boxes. We were supposed to locate the others. He told me he has one. What else? Do I talk to these people again? I already asked everyone about the cosmic connection though. I'm pretty sure I did. Even at the police station.
Another stand. It's all locked up.
Oh, really?
It's all locked up. This must be the back door to the Flamingo.
Okay, so this is when things change, I guess.
What now, Murphy? You expect me to know about that? No. Next question. I don't know a thing about it.
Oh, maybe this, yeah. Maybe that's the connection. I'll have to ask
Never heard
about
the
that.
name in my life.
Alright, I'll keep postponing. At the same time, I'm really curious. What's
How
in
can
there?
I help you, Mike?
What can you do?
That's the guy in the photo, right? I only saw him the one time. I can't do those anagrams. Makes my head hurt. I'm pretty sure I've never heard that name. Sorry, Mike. Haven't heard of him. Out of my league on that one.
Did I even ask Rock about Pudge or what? I think I kinda skipped over that. I'm not even sure if I asked McMullen about him.
What now, Murphy? No. Next question.
Nice, totally worth it. Alright, another helpful resident here on Chandler Avenue.
Saw that little senorita came by to visit you. Tasty little keister. I'm getting tired of you asking about things I ain't never heard of. I don't know any ladies by that name.
Wait, what? How do you know?
I'm getting tired of you asking about things I ain't never heard of.
What the hell?
Nope.
Ahora no. Anything here? Yeah, absolutely nothing. I'm pretty sure I came here on the first day. I don't know how I missed it, or where it was, or where it is supposed to be. Because I could use a couple more bucks. Like at least 20 to be precise. I don't think this guy is gonna know anything here, but why not?
A blessing be upon you and your progeny unto 3 generations. How may I assist you in your thirsty quest for knowledge? My ignorance is regrettable. That appellation is foreign to me. A name with which I am totally unfamiliar. My ignorance is regrettable. I am unable to assist you. Yeah, I've not heard of such a thing.
What did he say about Regan?
No.
Oh, Project Blueprint.
I am unable to assist you.
Damn. I mean, they probably don't know anything, but it may be worthwhile to check just in case.
What now? Can't say I've heard of it. Oh, I wish I could help you.
Really?
Can't say I've heard of it.
Very
Emily
surprised.
never mentioned anything about a puzzle box. Oh, I wish I could help you.
Did I try this?
Can't say I've heard of it.
Yeah, I already checked.
Nope. You're eyeing a complete blank.
And the big reveal.
Don't know a thing about it.
Zach. Um.
How can I help you, Mike?
Show me another blank look.
I don't know anything about that.
Thanks. I'm gonna have to go
That door-
check.
That door will take you inside Rook's pawn shop.
The
What
police
now,
there.
Murphy?
And his room.
I don't know a thing about it.
Malloy's room, that is. Yeah. I tried calling people, nothing happened. See. I think he said nothing.
What now?
Oh, really?
I just need to ask you a few questions. Then, I'll let you get back to your little word search game.
Fine. Hurry it up, or I'll bust you for loitering. Well, there are some things I don't know about. Don't know anything about it. Well, there are some things I don't know about. Don't know anything about it. Well, there are some things I don't know about. Like I told you, we didn't find it. No can do, Murphy.
Aha. Okay. Fine. And his place? Nope. Nothing. Okay. I have a suspicion. I have a couple of parts that I need to link, but I haven't made the connection.
Well, looks like my suspicions were correct. Now I'll just have to find out why Horton was posing as the Black Arrow killer. According to this postal receipt, Malloy sent out 5 packages 9 days ago. This scrapper... From the imprints on this page, I'd say Malloy was writing on the title page and then tore it out. Looks like Malloy might have been trying to make an anagram out of the title, There Are Messages from Outer Space.
Why?
A collection of the Bay City Mirror's daily anagram puzzles. If I ever really get stuck on an anagram, at least I've got a connection at the newspaper.
But the game says that's nothing. That's also nothing. Okay then. In that case, seems like there is nothing else to do besides taking whatever he left at the Rogue's place. I guess I'll make another save. Well, let's see, actually. Did I forget to check something? I don't think so. I may have missed something at the mall, but I don't think that's the case.
What now, Murphy?
I need to redeem this receipt.
You didn't pawn this.
Well, how much is it? Look, I'm willing to pay extra.
$200. Yep, plus $50 for it not being your receipt.
No, you're not willing to pay extra, come on. No, I guess I'm paying.
Well, I hope my new purchase will help me out.
So what is that?
So this is the item Malloy pawned. I'm no expert, but this thing looks pretty ancient. Wonder where it came from.
That's it? I have had this at the end. Or well, towards the end? I don't know. Okay then, so this is not it. Once again. Right.
Well, this is certainly an interesting design. I wonder what type of symbols these are. Whoever wrote this has worse penmanship than I do. Either that or it's written in some weird language. Whoever wrote this... I loved this book when I was a kid. Aliens, spaceships, mysterious structures. Then I grew up and realized it was all a load of crap.
Well, there is that, but
I remember Fitzpatrick telling me about the Cosmic Connection magazine. Looks like a sci-fi rag to me. I remember Fitzpatrick... A collection of the Bay City Mirror's daily anagram puzzles. If I ever really get stuck on an anagram, at least I've got a connection at the newspaper.
could this be something like this? I don't think so, but yeah.
From the imprints on this page, I'd say Malloy was writing on the title page and then tore it out. Looks like Malloy might have been trying to make an anagram out of the title, "There Are Messages from Outer Space."
Not sure if this is how it works, but since I did not try it, why not?
A disc. I remember Fitzpatrick telling me about the Cosmic Connection magazine. Looks like a sci-fi rag to me.
Oh, maybe try the Cosmic Connection. I think it's any of those. Yeah. I think also that's like the next place I'm supposed to go to. It seems like, you know, things are starting to come together, but there's something else I'm missing. And I obviously need an address.
Well, looks like my suspicions were correct. A collection of the base... Well, looks... I wonder what this item 180... According to this postal receipt, Malloy sent out 5 packs. This scrap refers to some sort of containment chamber with instructions on how to open it. This scrap refers... From the imprints on this page, I'd say Malloy... From the imprint... So this is the item Malloy pawned. I'm no expert, but this thing looks pretty ancient. Wonder where it came from. Well, this is certainly an interesting design. I wonder what type of symbols these are. Whoever wrote this has worse penmanship than I do. Either that or it's written in some weird language. This door...
Okay then, I really don't know. Try this again.
What can I help you with?
I learned a few new things and I'd like to run them by you.
By all means. No, I've heard of the book, but I've never read it. The name is new to me. Yes, I do remember. Thomas enjoyed doing anagrams. There is nothing I can do to help you open the box. Oh, yes, I know of him. He's a respected writer in the field of UFO studies. By all appearances, he's a reclusive man. I don't believe I have any additional information. Project Blueprint was the name given to the military's analysis of the alien materials. Thomas had a daughter named Regan. She was very young when I knew her in China. I can't say that this Regan Madsen is Thomas's daughter. I can't place the name. Sorry, I'm afraid that's unfamiliar to me. The NSA is a dangerous group. I've dealt with them before, and I have no desire to do it again. But I fear we may have no choice. The name is new to me.
Yeah, I can't even speak to some of these people anymore. She's gone. She's gone. This
Well, I
message.
This is
I don't know. I guess it's not hard to miss something. I guess I'll run around. See if I can find something interesting.
A solid man.
Yeah, nothing here. This is where I found that magazine. Was it? Apparently nothing else. Oh, okay.
Oh, a briefcase. This should be interesting.
Well, you don't say. Yikes. Well, that happened. Wait, just a photo?
This notebook must contain information on Malloy's work. I can't make out the writing. Looks like some sort of personal shorthand. I wonder. Maybe Regan could figure out some of her father's chicken scratch.
Oh, maybe. What is this? Okay, I was correct. I did miss something. Spade her on the vid phone, maybe? Maybe this time?
Hello, Tex Murphy. Decide to take me up on my proposition?
We need to talk.
Sounds serious. When do you want to get together?
How about as soon as possible?
All right. There's a lounge here at the Imperial. Meet me in a half an hour.
At the Imperial way, maybe I won't have to make another save here. Oops, not that. Alright, let's see, well, we haven't.
The Imperial is in the new city. Not too nice, but a few cuts above the Ritz. I walk into the lobby, then down a flight of stairs to the lounge. I'm not looking forward to telling Regan what happened to her father, but she deserves to know, and I'm gonna need her help. Thanks for the bourbon.
Is everything okay?
Tell me about your father.
My father worked for the military. I was born in China. I was raised there. We were really pretty close when I was younger, especially after my mother died. And then, we moved back here when he retired. Then he married that teenage gold digger. You know who I'm talking about. And, we had a little bit of a falling out. I just want to see him again.
I talked to your father last night.
You did? Where is he? I want to see him.
It's too late, Regan.
What do you mean?
NSA killed him. He almost got both of us last night. I'm sorry. Maybe I should come.
It's okay. You always knew they were gonna get him. That's why he didn't want me to know about his work. That's why he sent all those boxes out.
I recovered something. See if it looks familiar to you.
Yes, it's my father's. I recognize his writing. But he wrote it all in his own personal shorthand. It's almost impossible for me to figure out.
Why don't you give it a try anyway? It's one of the leads I'm working on to see what your father was doing.
It's lucky the NSA didn't get this.
You think it's that important?
Yeah, I do. I remember a conversation he had with a man who said that if he could make a translation, it would be worth a fortune.
Maybe it's tied to the boxes.
I brought mine with me.
Yeah, I had one, but the NSA confiscated it. But I know somebody else who's got one.
Who?
Gordon Fitzpatrick.
Oh, God. Gordon Fitzpatrick. I haven't heard that name since I was a little kid. He used to work for my father.
Well, he's as anxious to recover the boxes as you are. In fact, he's paying my tab. I say we form a triple alliance. He's got more connections than either one of us have got.
Let's wait and see what happens. Here, take a look at this. My father made it when we were in Peking, and several others like it. He didn't show me how to open it, though.
How many of these are there?
Oh, 5, I think.
Look, why don't you let me take this and see if I can get it opened up?
I'm not sure I like that idea. I mean, you could open it up and find the others and take all the money for yourself.
Listen, Regan, you gotta trust me. You can't do this by yourself. Nobody can. You need my help, and I need your help.
I guess I don't have much choice, do I? Tex, don't run out on me. I already lost my father.
I won't.
Alright. Now I got 2. Oh yeah, he also did not tell her that he recovered the box that the NSA confiscated from him, so this is kinda interesting.
Listen, Murphy, I've got a proposition for you. Give me a call when you get this. Hey, Murphy.
Okay, what's the deal?
You followed up on the auto tech tip I gave you, right?
Yeah, turned out to be an NSA front.
But you got inside.
Not as far as you know.
Call it a hunch. Anyway, I need you to get something for me. It's a file with documentation on an NSA project called Operation Euphoria. It's kept in the NSA evidence room in the Autotech building.
How do you know all this?
Let's just say I've gotten to know some useful people. So what do you say? If you can get me the file, I'll trade you information or maybe something else. I've got access to anything you want. Just name it.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? I already went there 2 or 3 times. Suspiciously enough, there was nobody inside. I guess I'm gonna be going one more time. Jeez.
Well, there is a favor you can do for me. You ever heard of a book called There Are Messages from Outer Space?
Sure. It's like a Bible for UFO nuts.
Well, I've got reason to believe that someone made an anagram out of the title. I need to find a computer program that'll check out all the possible anagrams.
Well, that's easy. I know the guy who does the anagrams down here at the paper. I'm sure he can take care of it. Might take a few days, though.
That's okay. Just get it as soon as you can. I'll see what I can do to retrieve the Operation Euphoria file. Anything else?
Yeah. My contact got me a pass key. I guess you'll need it to get to the file. I'll send it over by express courier.
All right. I'll let you know when I'm ready to make the swap.
Okay, this is why she was gone all the time, because these 2 are tired, and I even forgot that she requests you to go get something for her. Also, I forgot that I never really interacted with the evidence room. Oh, I kinda did. Anyway. Yeah, let's ask some random questions.
Seems to me I've heard that name in connection with the UFO industry. I don't know anymore. I've never read it myself. Popular with the UFO junkies, though. Don't know anything about it. Doesn't ring a bell. That's a whacked out magazine if I ever saw one. Alien encounters, abductions, that sort of thing. Can't help you with that. I can't help you, but I'll check my sources. Doesn't ring a bell.
Alright, I wonder what Gordon's gonna say.
Good evening, Tex. You look as though you're onto something. What can I do for you? You found one of the boxes? Well, I must say, your investigative skills are impressive.
Okay, I wonder what is it gonna say here? Oh yeah, I remember. Never mind. Shame on me.
Well, now that I got Purnell's key, at least getting into the locker at the NSA should be easy.
For not remembering. Is this gonna be boop all the time now until I delete the messages? Probably. Oh, I already have it? Yeah, I already magically have it. Also, let's examine her puzzle
Looks like the
box.
tiles on the top of the box can be moved around. Now if I can just find out what pattern they need to be in.
Oh boy. Do you combine this with this? Yes, you do. Alright, that's easier to look at. I guess I'm gonna have to deal with the phone, so...
Hello there. I'm glad I caught you at home.
Well, this was unexpected after we just talked.
Yeah, me too. What's up?
I found some things in my father's notebook that may interest you. How much is it worth to you?
Short on cash. Well, it's not a lie.
I'm really not in a position to barter. I think you'd exhaust my savings.
Oh, you're no fun.
Sorry. What'd you find out?
Well, not much. About the only thing I could figure out was toward the end of the notebook. There were quite a few references to OE, EW, and AE, but I'm not sure what they stand for.
Well, the E and the W could be directions or compass points, and the OE stands for Old English, but that doesn't seem very relevant. Whatever they mean, I get the feeling they're leading to something really big. Everyone and their dogs want to get their hands on your father's work.
As soon as we find out what these initials stand for, we'll be halfway to a fortune.
I don't know. Maybe your father was keeping this under wraps for good reason. When we find out what this is all about, we may decide that whatever he learned shouldn't be let out into circulation.
What are you talking about? That's why we're in this. For the money.
Look, your father wanted to keep this work away from the NSA, and I think that's an omen.
We won't sell it to them. We'll only sell the information to the right people.
What if it's not that simple? What if it's something that would be better locked up forever?
That's not an option. It was my father's work, so by rights it's mine now. You can have a piece of the action, or I can do it alone. Now I think you should give me back that box I gave you.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You don't have the right to keep it from me. It's mine.
That's not the point.
You're right, Tex. I'm being foolish and irresponsible. If there's nothing terrible about what we find, we'll make a lot of money and live happily ever after.
Let's keep our fingers crossed, but for now I just want you to sit tight. I have a feeling things are going to get a little sticky from now on. Those initials you found may refer to other people who received boxes from your father. I'll see what I can turn up. Give me a call if anything else occurs to you.
All right, Tex. I'll be here. Please be careful.
Okay, so it was another call, and that demo understanding did not turn out the way I thought it would. Say the least. So what about this?
That doesn't seem to do it.
Could that be a thing? I don't think so, but you know what? I'm gonna try it. I also wonder if I'm supposed to put in any spaces. Oh, it is gate all of a sudden. Same deal. Okay, so what was it? Oh yeah, back to the NSA. Fun things. I also could have teleported to any room here. Oh well. Well, I'm here to interact with stuff once again. Where was my card? Oh, do I just open this? Yeah, I just open it. Casually, of course. Well then, I was looking for something and I don't know what it is. I don't remember, how was I supposed to figure it out?
Oh, this one isn't locked. Probably cash from a drug bust.
Yes, please. I could make use of some of that. How much is it? Seems like a lot. Wait. I'm not gonna use this? Why am I taking it? Also, what was she asking me to do? Like some paper that she wanted? Oh, can I maybe design like this? Let's see if I do the same here, does it work? Yeah, actually it kind of does. This seems a little too narrow, but
Who knows what dastardly secrets are contained in these lockers?
yeah, okay. Oh,
This locker isn't shut all the way.
oh, really? Well, what do you know?
An NSA ID badge. I bet I could get in quite a bit of trouble with this little baby. An NSA high security clearance badge.
Yeah, okay.
An NS. An
Doesn't it have a name or
NSA high
something?
security clearance badge.
Okay then. So I'm gonna have to figure out where it is. Really? Oh, the badge. And the money. That's why I forgot.
Foolishly, I disregard PI rule number 23, don't ignore computerized warnings. As I step out of the evidence room, an alarm sounds, and I soon learn that all secured doors have automatically locked. After a few frantic minutes, security guards show up and teach me a lesson I won't soon forget.
Nice. Totally worth it. Okay, what is this? Is this after the talk? I think so. Yeah, I already have the key. I mean, to be honest, I might as well. That's probably before I went to the Imperial. Alright, I guess I'm gonna figure it out. No biggie. Straight to Ellen's room. At least now I know. This is why he's not keeping the money where it's supposed to be with the other money, even though it's zero. I need to quote unquote decontaminate these. Alright.
Well, that won't work.
Oh, really?
That doesn't. Well, that won't work. That doesn't seem to do anything.
So it's just the money? Well, crap. How do you reset it?
Probably cash from a drug bust.
Yeah, nice. And it's 500. I told you, it looks like a lot. I think I'm gonna need like only 20. Very nice. I'm gonna try this again.
Well, that.
The paranoia is real. Alright. Let's see what happens. Hey, I live.
That doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay.
I don't think anyone else is here, but I don't want to take any chances. Getting caught in here would not be good. Well, that won't work. This door's an emergency exit, but it'll set off an alarm if it's opened. Looks like a storage closet.
Well, there are no other rooms. I don't know. That's the problem as well, like. It was a bunch of info and I was thinking about something and I forgot what was the goal that she asked me to retrieve. What document was it? Yeah, these are empty now.
Let's see what's behind this drawer.
She also gave me a key. I don't think she told me where to look for said thingy.
Just seeing Jackson Cross's name makes me nervous. I'd better get a move on.
Let's see, was there something here? What's this?
This door appears to be locked from the other side. That doesn't seem to...
Yeah, I thought so. Actually, you know what? I wonder if she's gonna tell me again what I'm looking for if I call her again. My other alternative is to try the key everywhere. Alright, I'm gonna try to do it the proper way, but we'll see if it doesn't work. Also, hold on, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now, but if you leave your name and vid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
Okay. Who do I even speak to? Him? Let's see, do I have
Look,
any
Murphy,
new
I don't owe
options?
you for the rusty tip, but that doesn't mean I have to sit and chat with you all day. Get to the point.
We've known each other a long time, Mac. You don't need to pretend you're busy every time I stop by.
Look, I doubt you will understand this concept, Murphy, but I have a real job, and I've got a lot to do today. So go ahead and ask me a few questions, but then get out of my hair and go play detective somewhere else. Can't help you with that.
So I have the initials. Okay then. I'm going to have to guess. Do I really have to though? I mean, there are lots of locals here.
Well, that won't work. That doesn't seem to do anything. Well, that won't work.
Yeah, this is definitely not the way to do it. Also, I thought the game would give it away. They showed me that something can be opened. But so far, no luck. Would be nice if I also remembered where it was.
Who knows what dastardly secrets are contained in these lockers? It's all locked up.
Oh. Is that it? E something? 36? Yep.
Well, I hope this is what Purnell wanted me to find. Or maybe she'll just have to be happy with a bootleg copy of a Bon Jovi's greatest hits CD.
Oh yeah, Operation Euphoria disc. Okay. Whatever that was. I don't think she actually said too much about it. No. Let's do this little game here.
Well, I hope this is what Purnell wanted me to find.
Actually, let's just save. Maybe the end of the day or something. Let's see.
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now, but if you leave your name and vid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay. How are we supposed to meet? What if I randomly go to Louis Burns too? Is that going to work, or maybe I need to do something else?
How can I help you, Mike?
I guess you can't.
Sorry, Mike. I can't help you there.
Okay, well, I got the thingy. What now?
What now, Murphy? You expect me to know about that?
Yes. Let's go on a trip. Nope. That ain't it, boss. No, the cabin. Maybe I have to solve the puzzle. Maybe I just call the. But then again, why would I call them? Oh, I can ask Gordon about the initials. Let's see what happens.
What can I help you with?
I learned a few new things, and I'd like to run them by you.
By all means. A.E. I suppose that could refer to Archie Ellis.
Oh, could it? No. Very, very interesting.
I believe he's the editor of the Cosmic Connection.
And you couldn't have told me that before, like asked so many times. Wait. Do no address? No.
I don't believe I have any additional information. I believe he's the editor of the Cosmic Connection. There is nothing I can do to help you open the box.
After Fitzpatrick hangs up, I realize I forgot to ask him for Ellis's phone number. I decided to check the directory, and surprisingly, Ellis's name is listed.
Oh, so this is supposed to happen. Okay. So be it.
Identify yourself.
I am Gandalf, wielder of the Glamdring and slayer of the Balrog.
I am unfamiliar with your codename. Why have you contacted me?
Found this number on the wall at the Burger Barn's men's room. Are you Doris? Well, that didn't go very well. Maybe I should try it again.
Maybe you should. Also, I don't remember him having encrypted messaging, but yes, it does.
Look, I don't know who you are, but I need to find out everything I can about Thomas Malloy.
Tell me your name and your connection to Dr. Malloy.
Oh man. This just too good, come on.
My name's Tex Murphy, and I'm a private detective.
Oh,
I was hired to locate the doctor.
I cannot assist you in locating the doctor.
Well, that didn't go very well. Maybe I should try it again. Dr. Malloy asked me to carry on his work involving hieroglyphics found in the Roswell spaceship.
If you have knowledge of the Roswell hieroglyphics, then you should know other details regarding alien studies. If you can answer several questions, I will agree to meet with you. Who was the author of There Are Messages from Space?
J.I. Thelwait?
Correct. What is the name of the site of the immense alien landing strips in Peru?
The Plain of Nazca.
Correct. Name the structure located at Tiahuanaco.
The Gate of the Sun.
You have passed the test. Contact Archibald Ellis at 413 Vina Del Mar.
Oh, okay. So let's go and get the address. I'm gonna save again because hey, why not? And finally, here we go.
The sloppily painted sign 413 Vina Del Mar identifies the place as the Cosmic Connection. The display window is filled with charms, amulets, UFO books, and astrology charts. It doesn't look too promising. I open the door and step inside. An innocuous-looking little man is debating furiously with someone on the vid phone.
Look, extraterrestrial contact was made by the Russians throughout the 50s. It is well documented.
Wrong decade, Arch.
The aliens had to get rid of Kennedy before he exposed them, and LBJ was certainly under their control, if not actually one of them.
LBJ was a commie, mate.
Look, Larry, Vietnam was a ruse to divert the America's public attention and to throw our political system into chaos.
Cliche, cliche, cliche.
You know what, Larry? You're really beginning to get on my nerves here, okay? So why don't I call you back later? Goodbye. You always sneak up on people like that?
I'm a PI. It's what I get paid to do. Are you Ellis?
Yeah, that's right. You must be Murphy. Here's my card. You got one?
Darn it, I think I just handed out my last one.
Oh, okay. Well, you get me one later. So, you're a private eye, huh? Never met a private eye before. Hey, want some herbal tea?
No.
No? Oh, okay. So, you know Dr. Malloy?
I knew him. He's dead. The NSA murdered him.
Murdered him?
Actually, I think the NSA wanted to take him alive. So I gather from that the NSA wanted something from him. Now, you were with him recently. Do you have any idea what that'd be? Oh, do you mind?
Actually, I do.
So I guess this is the part where you tell me everything you know about Malloy.
I wasn't done with that yet.
Sorry.
You want me to start at the beginning?
Yeah, it's pretty standard.
Well, I publish a magazine called The Cosmic Connection. I'm sure you've heard of it. We feature investigative reports, interviews, anything concerning the supernatural, the ET, anything like that. Anyway, one of my contacts in the field is a man by the name of Elijah Witt. Oh, he is a legend in the area of alien encounters. Anyway, a few months back, he set up an interview between Dr. Malloy and myself.
Did Witt say how he knew Malloy?
No, but I think that he, Witt, pulled some strings and got him, Malloy, a research lab at San Francisco Tech. Witt used to be a professor there, and,
Any idea what Malloy was doing at the research lab?
I don't really know, but he did use a strange term, the Pandora device. I'm not really sure exactly what it means.
Pandora device?
Well, yeah, he talks about the dark seed that was unleashed.
The what?
Well, something got loose, something alive. I mean, come on, there's been stories around for ages. Anyway, we talked about other things, Roswell, of course. You know what? What you should probably do is read some books, and I can make some recommendations.
Oh, they have big pictures.
Let's see. I'm gonna start you with something light. Foucault's Pendulum. This is practically a manual on government conspiracies. And let's see. Adrift in the Telluric Currents. Now, this is a little tougher read, but it's good. It's really good. And a must-read is The Fifth Column, okay, by Richard Eco. Now, this man, he was a prophet. I mean, he proved without reasonable doubt that we've been living amongst aliens for generations, and the government knows everything. I mean, it even hints that one of our presidents was a alien, if not at least half. I won't tell you which president. I want to ruin the surprise for you. Anyway, it's all in there: crop circles, abductions, etc., etc. Look, if you want my advice, don't trust anybody, okay? I mean, I can sense you're on the level here, but most of the time, people, you just don't know. I Aliens are everywhere, man.
Hey, Archie. How do you know I'm not an alien?
Murph, you're so silly. Everyone knows aliens deny their own existence.
Well, I appreciate you letting me borrow these.
Sure, just take them home with you.
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Sure, that would be great.
Very interesting. I don't remember if it was in the introduction, as in the first time they meet each other, or somewhere else along the line. There was another cutscene of Tex looking through the window from outside, I believe. That was really cool, but they did not show that this time. I wonder if that's being shown based on which path you take or something. Not sure.
Did Malloy send you a small box made of some strange metal? No apparent way of opening it up?
Well, actually he did, but it got stolen. That in the interview I did with Dr. Malloy. You know, I'm missing a stapler too and a few pens. I don't know if I misplaced them or...
So let me get this straight. You just let somebody waltz in here and take the box?
Well, no, actually I hid it. But whoever broke in, they knew exactly what they were looking for. There were strange designs on the box. They looked Mayan or Aztec. The interview that I did with Dr. Malloy was on 2 separate discs. They only got the first one. You want to watch it? Sorry for the interruption, Doctor. This power cell, as you call it, could it be used to power these ships?
Hypothetically. But first, we'd have to get into the Roswell complex. And the military isn't about to roll out the red carpet.
Well, rumors have circulated for years about what really happened there. Would you care to shed some light on the incident?
Well, I can only tell you what I've heard. Among the various items recovered at the Roswell crash were several egg-shaped capsules stored inside a containment chamber. Now, no one could figure out how to open the capsules, so they faded into the background for years. Then the researchers figured out how to operate the accelerator. Apparently, someone used it on one of the capsules, and something was released into the facility. And whatever it was, it killed off almost everyone in the complex before the military could quarantine the area.
And no one's been in the complex since then?
Not that I know of.
Thank you for your time, Doc. So, what do you think? Pretty cool, huh?
Well, the stuff about Roswell was interesting. He didn't say anything about the Pandora device.
Nope. So what are we gonna do now?
Well, I've got to find out more about the Pandora device. Maybe I ought to contact Elijah Witt.
Ooh, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Why not?
Well, you see, Mr. Witt, you know, he's a personal friend of mine, but he's a very important, very private person. He doesn't like strangers. Too many wackos on the loose, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Archie.
I told you what I know. I mean, by the name, I guess it's something powerful and something Dr. Malloy doesn't want to let loose. Well, I'm just one of the few people who realize that we are not alone in the universe. I mean, anyone who thinks otherwise is insane. I don't know anything about any other boxes. Malloy never mentioned them. Yeah, that's the pen name for Elijah Witt. He uses for his books. It's an anagram of his real name. Sure, I know about the book. You don't? I mean, I read it at least 100 times. Oh, the doctor was a really nice guy. I'm really sorry to hear that he's no longer on this earth plane. You know, dead. That name isn't familiar to me. Well, I subscribe to the Mirror. It's a little soft on conspiracy issues, but yeah, not bad overall. Oh, Mr. Witt is a living legend in the UFOologist community. I would love to have him over for some herbal tea and conversation, but he's always busy. I guess I just have to be content with his books. Well, as you can see, my shop here isn't just for anyone, but my magazine is written to be interesting and informative to all readers of all ages. Yeah, that's the code name for the research done at Roswell on the alien wreckage. I don't have any real good documentation on it. The government keeps a very tight lid on it. Sorry. I don't recognize that name. No, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, she's a reporter for the Bay City Mirror. I mean, I tried to get her to write for the Cosmic Connection, but we didn't hit it off real well. Sure, I know about NSA. Scary group. I mean, it's common knowledge they're being run by aliens. Sorry. I don't recognize that name. That name isn't familiar to me. Sorry. Oh, yeah, someone by that name contacted me a couple of weeks ago. He was trying to locate Dr. Malloy, but I couldn't give him much help. I don't recognize that name. That name isn't familiar to me. Sorry. I don't recognize that name. That name isn't familiar to me. Well, it's good to meet someone with the same ideas as me. I get so tired of people thinking I'm some kind of kook or something.
Talking to Ellis was like entering the Twilight Zone. All this hocus pocus about aliens and quarantines. And what's the story of the Pandora device Ellis referred to? I wonder if it could be linked to the boxes Malloy sent out.
Ooh, I can even return? Let's see, I'm curious.
So, did you change your mind about the herbal tea, Murphy? It's great for insomnia, among other things. Did you know that the experts actually speculated that it was the aliens that taught
that sounds fascinating. Look, I'm sorry to come by so late, but I just need to ask you a couple of quick questions.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get a little hyped up, when I meet somebody that, knows what's going on. I have got a lot of what I think are brilliant theories, but, it's hard to find someone you can trust.
Nice. Okay, well, in fact, I don't have anything to ask you, so I'm out. Well, hey, that was a different cutscene. I don't remember seeing it, but I may have. He gave me a couple of things. Oh, we're not using those books. I could give him an item or two. I wonder if he's gonna tell me something about this. Oh yeah, also Purnell stuff. Are we ready now?
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now, but if you leave your name and vid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
Okay. I wonder anything here? No, not yet. Do I have anything to ask him? I don't think so. Does she have anything to say?
Hello, Tex. Found any leads on our mystery initials?
I'm working on it. Called to see what information you can give me.
Ask me anything you want.
Oh, really? Finally? Okay.
I loved my father very much. I don't think I'll ever forgive myself for not making up with him before he died. Can't help you with that. Don't know what that is. I don't know what the Pandora device refers to. I don't know who he is. Like I said, I don't have any idea how to open it. Haven't heard that name before. Can't help you with that. Don't know what that is.
Really? Which one? I don't know which one is worse. You don't know what a newspaper is, or what a photo is, or your father?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who he is. Don't know what that is. That's another name I've heard. I think he may have been an associate of my father, though I can't be sure. Doesn't ring a bell. Can't help you with that. I've had to fight for everything I've ever gotten. Now I want what my father had. Haven't heard that name before. Can't help you with that. Haven't heard that name before. I don't know much about them except they were after my father. Mac Malden, the only time I've ever seen him was that night at the police station. I don't want to talk about her. Just thinking about her makes me angry. I don't know who he is. Haven't heard that name before. It's just a name I remember from my childhood. I haven't seen him since I was a little girl. I don't know who he is. Haven't heard that name before. I don't know who he is. Haven't heard that name before. I don't know her. Think you and I make a good team.
Well, that turned up to 11 real fast. Gordon, maybe?
Good evening, Tex. You look as though you're on to something. What can I do for you?
Well, I had a little talk with Archie Ellis. It seems that Dr. Malloy was working on something called the Pandora device, and I think it's connected to the boxes. I'd like to run some of these new developments by you.
I can't help you with that. It's possible that the box that Mr. Ellis received was a blind meant to throw the NSA off track. Knowing Thomas, he wouldn't put all of his information in any one box. Maybe we need all of the boxes to create the Pandora device. I believe he's the editor of the Cosmic Connection.
And that's pretty much it, isn't it?
I don't know who he is.
Oh, the poor guy. He still doesn't know who that is. Okay. So that wasn't very interesting. Yeah. How do I give her the disk? How do we even arrange a meeting? I don't know. I can't go to her place. It's possible that it's gonna happen automatically, or maybe I mail it, but it doesn't sound very secure. Like, alright, I'm gonna save here, and I'm gonna try to solve that puzzle. Maybe that will progress things. Oh wait, I actually made the best with there. Okay, then I wasn't looking at those symbols. Also, they seem kinda different in color. I have no idea if there is some sort of an order here or not. I assume not, because it's the same initials. Okay, almost. I kind of don't want to deal with these, but I may have to. How do we switch place? Maybe like this? Yes.
Looks like
Okay.
a module of some sort and some small metal pegs.
Do these combine here with this? Yeah. And that combines with this. Indeed. Oh man. If I remember correctly, there was a little bit of a trial and error here. Oh yeah, also they give me the layout. Well, this is all really nice, but do I really have to do this now? I mean, I'm gonna have to do it at some point. But the idea is I probably should be looking for something else. Oh yeah, I probably also want to save that beautiful progress.
How can I help you, Mike?
Nope, nothing. Oh wait, I never tried looking at the contents. Right? Maybe that's it. I don't know why, but it never crossed my mind. Let's see what we have in here.
This is an old DVD format disc and it won't run on my computer.
An old DVD format disc. What the hell? Okay, well, I've tried. Let's see, does he say anything additional?
This has to be what Purnell wanted me to find for her. She'll be so happy.
Maybe try it again.
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now, but if you leave your name and vid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
Okay, I was just on my way to try to mail that thing. There is no way that's what I'm supposed to do. I don't think I need to solve those puzzles, you know, try to open the boxes until later. But what else is really out there? I guess I have the entry for Pandora device. Or maybe we can try to locate the guy, I don't know.
Make it quick, Murphy. I got about a million things to do. And wasting time on you ain't one of them.
Nice.
I just need to ask you a few questions. Then, I'll let you get back to your little word search game.
Fine. Hurry it up, or I'll bust you for loitering. Well, there are some things I don't know about. No can do, Murphy. Can't help you with that. You think I know everyone in this town? Don't know anything about him. You think I know everyone in this town?
Okay then. I can speak with him again.
What now, Murphy?
Do you have anything for me?
Of course I've heard about it. I just doubt I know any more about it than you. How should I know who that is?
I actually didn't expect that, but
Never heard the name in my life.
okay.
Of course I've heard about it. I just doubt I know any more about it than you.
You've heard about his puzzle box, really?
I don't know a thing about it.
Okay, maybe never mind.
Never heard the name in my life.
Oh, I wonder if I can talk to Emily again. Or was that it for good?
It's all locked up.
Well, that answers my question. Anything else? Besides his place, I have no idea what else to check for. Yeah, this is not it anymore. Nothing going on here. Not yet. And now I have this.
Let me guess. You came by to borrow those books I recommended.
Already have one.
No, but I promise to right after I finish Anne of Green Gables. Right now I just need some information.
I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that.
Okay. I guess he can help me with those things. And there's nothing else here. Very interesting. Okay, whatever. I don't know if anything changes here. Anything new? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this has outlived its usefulness. Also, it's been some time. I don't remember what did Clint help me out with. Because most of the time I go there and ask him, hey, what's this, what's that? He doesn't tell me anything. On the same note though, I don't expect him to know anything about these things.
What now? Well, look, I appreciate the gesture, but no thanks.
Wow, he's such a nice guy.
Can't say I've heard of it. Nope, you're eyeing a complete blank. Don't know a thing about it. Totally unfamiliar to me. Oh, I wish I could help you.
He said a couple of things about Emily, I believe. Oh, anyway, I'm sure he gave me some useful info. I'm just gonna think of it right now. It's probably because it was some day 2 or 3 or 1, something like this. I guess I might as well. Doesn't seem like I can fax them as well, can I? Nope. Okay.
This has to be what Purnell wanted me to find for her. She'll be so happy.
I guess he gives it to her automatically whenever they happen to meet. Probably during a cutscene or something. Don't remember
An
also what
NSA
this
high
was
security clearance
about.
badge.
Oh, that may be for the big site. Report numbers. Okay. I still haven't deciphered this thingy here. Nothing like a manual as well, something like that. So let's see. Oh yeah, these weren't like the map to the device map, so to speak, the device host and not one-to-one. So I have to guess here a little bit. I wonder if it's maybe supposed to be rotated or something, like as if I'm looking at it from the wrong angle. I don't know. These two look like these two a little bit. But then there's a bunch of weird stuff happening over here. I also forgot what the stars were. Were they the rivals? Let's see if this is the first one. That's gonna be the second one. Yeah, that's not it. In that case, maybe something like this. Wait, was it inaccurate or was it not this? Oh, it's not that. Or do I only... It seems like I'm supposed to align them like this. Not that. Also, why do you think there was one here like this Okay, hold on, I'm gonna try and error a couple of things. Yeah, I guess it wasn't that one. This may make sense. No. Oh. Oh, also the order might matter if the stars and the arrivals. Okay, maybe try a different combination. Which one will this be? Maybe this one? Very interesting. I don't know, do I need anything else here? I don't think I do. Oh wait, so this leaf and it's red. Maybe it's like that. Do I need to eliminate them? But then again, I'm still a little bit new with this one. And then just somewhere here. Yeah, I got no clue. These also seem to be kind of like on the same level here. No, it's not that. What the hell? Okay, then I think I already tried something like this. Go for the red dot someday. But then, if that's correct, there is gonna be almost nothing left, it seems. Okay, so this is one possibility. Yeah, I think I tried that. Assuming it's that one. The other one will be kind of like this. Yeah, I still forgot how this works. I guess I could also try something like this here, just for the sake of it. Aha! Okay, so this is, I believe, the first one. That and that. Hold on, can I take it out? I can't, wow! They've been stuck in forever and ever. Wi-Fi exit. It remembers it? Yeah. I want to try to do it in reverse order. Well, I guess I can reload the save, but whatever. It's taken me some time to figure it out, or kind of figure it out. Okay. So the next one is this one. So maybe something like this. A Wi-Fi. Okay, if I do the arrival first. It doesn't accept. Oh, so it's not that. Never mind. Bombay and Dhaka. Oh, it's supposed to be maybe this one. Kind of like a similar slope, I guess. No, it's not that one. Okay. So yeah, I remember some lines were supposed to intersect. What if this is Bombay? Oh, hold on. I want to try it in reverse first. Okay. Is it any of these? Yes. That was correct. It's not the exact same slope, but kind of along those lines. Okay, should be a little easier now. Oh, also I tried this in reverse and it didn't work. So, I guess this will be it here. Right. That's nowhere near the same. Oh, never mind. It's not that. What about this combination? There we go. Yeah, because then trying this will be pointless. Once you get two lines intersecting, it's much easier. And then you only need to guess. A little bit. Oh, this probably is something like this. That's probably this piece of work here. No? Try maybe this? No. Oh wait, that's not gonna go through the same point. Okay, I was looking for this one. I'm not sure if that's it, but fine. This. Oh, maybe this is it. That's the Tokyo Pyongyang line and yeah, this like this. And let's see now, what do we have here?
This box contains a module similar to the one in the first box. There's also a slide. It's a slide with a picture of some strange object. But if Malloy put it in the box, it must be important.
A slide.
Seems to be a modular attachment. Must hook up with other pieces. Unless I miss my guess, this is a section of the Pandora device.
Okay, so what now?
What can I help you with?
I learned a few new things and I'd like to run them by you.
By all means. The power cell was recovered from the site near Roswell.
Okay, I guess that was it.
This is Lucia Purnell. I'm not at my desk right now, but if you leave your name and vid phone number, maybe I'll get back to you.
Well, hello. You just caught me. I was headed down to the sauna. Interested?
Sorry, but I'm allergic to cedar. Got time for a few quick questions?
Too bad. Could have been fun. Don't know what that is.
Okay, let me get out of my office, see if that changes anything. If anything happens. Nothing happens. So I was correct. I need to figure out something else, probably the disk. Let me see. What do we have here?
The Robco Combuster. Now that's interesting.
See anything you like? Ah, the Robco Combuster.
Photo analyzer. Most of the photos I've seen don't require much psychiatric help.
How can I help you, Mike? Out of my league on that one. I don't know anything about that. Sorry, Mike. I can't help you there. I'm pretty sure I've never heard that name. I'm pretty sure I've never heard that name. Sorry, Mike. I can't help you there. Out of my league on that one.
Well, what can I say? I missed the briefcase here. Yep, no more briefcases. It's possible I missed something in the warehouse. You know, the one that blew up. I don't want to say it really because I don't want to inspect the place again, but it's true. I may have missed something here. They also looked a bunch. I couldn't go there, okay. The thing is, I also kind of forgot already when or where I got that disc to, possibly try to make some connections. Although, Lucia Purnell was supposed to help me with that. Yeah, she was. So we need to meet with her, but he doesn't want to meet with her. I saw the puzzles. What else is there really? I am going to talk to Archie again. The more we could have missed something, the more maybe. I don't think so though. I'll take. Let's see.
Hey, Murph, what's going on? You weren't followed, were you?
Make a hard stopping joke, or but humor.
Are you kidding? I gave everybody your address and told them there's going to be a big party here tonight. I'm just kidding. You got a second?
Okay, so that was a regular thing. Yeah, I thought I may have progressed, but maybe not. Like, I thought we may have some conversation because they might have gone. I mean, I would have liked to play all the options, but oh well. Maybe I can stick with the save and, return here a couple of times.
Listen, Archie, what can you tell me about this power cell?
Well, according to Malloy, there were 2 of them on the spacecraft recovered at Roswell. The research scientists decided that it was some sort of alien battery, and they tried to break one down. The other one was cataloged and stored somewhere in the Roswell complex.
Oh, okay, so this was the key. Alright, well, if I had known, I would have solved only one of the puzzles, but anyway.
You think you're the first person who ever wanted to get in there? Heck, every UFOologist in the world would love to get in there and take a look around the complex.
So why don't they?
Well, look, first of all, it's secured. The military, they don't want anybody getting in there. It's only accessible with top-level security clearance.
Well, I just happen to have top-level security clearance. Actually, wasn't even level 7 or something, whatever that means. Also, now that I think about it, didn't the pins come out of the previous box? Like, the one with the locations was Emily's box, and I guess the other one is Regan's box. Anyway, maybe I really did have to solve both of them.
Well, have you got any top-level security clearance?
Well, no.
Well, do you know where I can get some?
No.
Well, I guess I'm just wasting your time.
People say I'm crazy?
Nice. Okay. Wait, hold the phone.
I can't help you with that.
Oh, are you gonna say something about this?
I can't help you with that.
Oh, what about this one?
I can't help you with
I
that.
forgot to show that to people. Do you want this?
I can't help you with that.
Okay. I bet he's gonna take some money if I offer him, but I ain't. Yeah, nothing interesting here. So, I guess.
One thing seems pretty clear. Malloy considered the power cell to be important to his work and was convinced that one was still hidden away inside the Roswell military complex.
Oh yay, fun times. Yeah, I'm gonna have to find the location to Roswell. Which is Roswell? uh, I got nothing though. Do I have to go here or maybe to my office?
What now?
I'll try the other line just for fun's sake.
You know, Mac, I've been worried about your health. You seen those juicer machines on TV? Well, I bought one, and it really works. You probably could do with a nice cabbage and jicama blend.
What'd you do? Quit the PI business and sign up with Robco? I don't want to buy a damn juicer. And I don't like wise guys coming in my office and bothering me. So ask me your questions and get out. I know it's in New Mexico. I bet that helps a lot.
Okay.
No can do, Murphy.
Take a look at this.
Can't help you with that.
Great. Just for fun. Do you want some of this?
You can keep that.
Okay. Thanks, I guess. I wonder what happens if I show him this. Am I gonna get some points subtracted or something?
You can keep that.
Well, let's see.
You can keep that.
Oh, nothing. Okay.
What can I help you with?
I learned a few new things, and I'd like to run them by you.
By all means. The power cell was recovered from the site near Roswell.
I need some information about the Roswell military complex.
What kind of information?
Well, I got one of the boxes open, and inside I found a picture of what I've been told is an alien power cell recovered from the UFO crash at Roswell. I think the power cell must tie in somehow with the Pandora device. And apparently, the only place I'm going to find the power cell is inside the Roswell complex.
You intend to go to the Roswell military base?
I don't see any way around it. That's why I called. I need to find a way in.
I don't think I can help you. My security clearance there is a thing of the long past.
Any suggestions?
The only people that would still have access to the base would be top military personnel. And perhaps the NSA.
Well, if that's all, I guess I better get ready to go.
If you're certain you must go to Roswell, there's one other thing that I should tell you. The military base is well camouflaged, and you could spend weeks trying to locate the site. I'll give you the coordinates.
Really? Well, camouflage? Okay. So he gives you the clue that the NSA might have something. He gives you also the coordinates, so I guess that security clearance there is on that, the one that I got.
If you have connections to the NSA, that's where I'd go to get security clearance high enough to get into the Roswell military base.
Yep, and with this one he doubles down on it, so alright. I guess after I come back, I'm gonna speak with her and then give her a thingy.
This is Lucia.
Indeed.
Hey, got a second?
Actually, I'm really in a hurry.
Oh, I'm sorry. If this is a bad time, just give me a call later. See ya.
Okay. Now I'm really curious what the stale joke was gonna be.
Despite warnings from Ellis and Fitzpatrick, I'm bound for Roswell. Hopefully the alien power cell is somewhere in the Roswell military complex. I know that without it, I'll never find out Malloy's secret. The trip to Roswell takes about 4.5 hours, giving me plenty of time to think. Something's bothering me from the last time I went to the Cosmic Connection. And it hits me. A black Avatar speeder was parked down the street. Could have been the NSA. A voice in the back of my head keeps telling me that Archie Ellis is in danger. Or is it that they're just keeping tabs on me? Eventually, I locate the military base, and using the NSA ID badge I found at Autotech, I'm able to get into the complex. The area is still running various security systems, but the place is totally abandoned, at least by humans.
Okay, I was actually hoping to make another save in the office, but I guess I'm not getting that chance now.
The rifles are locked securely into place, and they look too damaged to be useful anyway. There's not much worth looking at out of these windows. That's the door I came in. Chair looks like it's got a serious case of dry rot. The drawer still looks like it slides in and out. The nightstand looks like high-quality plywood construction. Nothing to find here. Nothing to find. Locker doors are in good shape. How nice. I can always use an extra key. Yeah, phone home, buddy. Your mom's worried about you. Well, that doesn't tell me too much. There must be some trick to getting this door open. I'll just have to find out what it is. Door won't budge. Calendar's 20 years old. When are people gonna learn that if you want to hide something, don't hide it under a mattress?
Oh yeah, there was something here. I think this was for later.
Nice beds. The ultimate in prison decor. Halogen lamps busted. The sun's faded this photograph. Still looks pretty good, though. This whole surrounding area has become a desolate no man's land since the war. Well, 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 what have we got here? A box of matches. The drawer still looks like it slides in and out. And what's this little item here? It's like a map of the surrounding area. Oh, it's an emergency procedures handbook. This may shed some light on something.
Bunker. The bunker shall remain closed at all times unless there is a true emergency. In case of dangerous conditions at the base, the Clarkson Tower will sound the emergency warning and the bunker door will open. When the door is shut, the room will be sealed from all environmental and biological contaminants. Alright.
It's like a map of the surrounding area. Chair looks like it's got a serious case of dry rot. My garbage can always spills out too when I place it like this. Let's see if there's anything interesting in these drawers. Nothing to find here. I've seen these things before, in war movies. What'd they call it? Walkie-talkie. It's hard to believe this battery still has juice in it. Man, they don't make things like they used to. Question is, how much life has this thing got left in it? Probably not much. Phone's probably no longer hooked up to people in this galaxy. Halogen lamps busted. The back door's still on its hinges. It's a power switch. Must be important being this close to the door. Nothing happened. There must be something wrong. Well, the country around this facility is pretty desolate. Well, the country around... Well, the storage shack's in pretty good shape. Shovel? I guess you never know. I might have to dig my way out. It's a fuse. It's a good thing to have when you're working with explosives. Fuses always come in handy when working with explosives. It allows me to keep my distance. Those supply boxes look empty. This piece looks like it was once connected to the cable above it. This tower has speakers on top. Must be part of the emergency warning system. A security card scanner. They're pretty serious about keeping people out with this door. This door has a padlock on it. It's all locked up.
Hey, really? Is it not from this one? Oh, okay. So maybe the hitbox is up here and not down there where the model was.
This flashlight looks like it could put out quite a beam of light. Something's wrong with this thing. There's no light coming out of it.
Done, mate. Now we got a proper torch. And what are we having here?
That's a toolbox. Still in good shape. These wire strippers seem to be in pretty good shape. And the shed door won't open.
Okay. Anything else here? Oh, they use this cheap trick to conceal things. Alright. Once again, nothing here. Alright then, let me figure out the big puzzle.
These wires. Fuses always come in handy when working with explosives. Allows me to keep my distance. This piece of electrical cable appears to be broken off.
Do I need to do something here?
That doesn't seem to do anything. Well, that won't work.
Not long enough. I wonder, can I go there now?
That doesn't seem to do anything.
Really?
A security card scanner.
Oh. Yes, I can. And there's that puzzle. Okay. So, should be here. Do I need to do maybe some of this? No. Yeah. I think I should have. Oh, the necessary stuff.
Nothing happened. There must be something wrong.
Yeah. I wonder what could it possibly be.
It's like a map of the surrounding area.
There was nothing here, right? I don't know, I also don't remember what I held the shovel for. Also, when he arrived during the cutscene, he mentioned something about Archie. I wonder, should I go back now, or maybe it's supposed to happen afterwards? That was supposed to, well, I guess it's down to the player, but you could tip him off.
This piece of electrical cable appears to be broken off.
Yeah, so this achieves nothing. No, we don't do that.
This piece looks like it was once connected to the cable above it. Well, that won't work.
Okay, let me check this. I don't think that's it. I don't think there was anything else here, but I may be wrong. Where is... Oh, I just opened it. Oh, no loading screen. Very nice. Yeah, I don't like the look of it. Like this seems from here like a loading screen. So I must do something here first. That will let me uncover some piece of info. Let's see, and then maybe here, no. Well, I don't know. It's funny as well, because I don't think this was that big of a deal, but I cannot think of anything right now.
That doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, I'm just trying random stuff. These are
The
unimportant.
supply boxes look empty. This piece of electrical cable appears to be broken off. Well, that won't work. That doesn't seem to do anything.
Well, I tried. I don't know, do I want to do something like
that
this?
won't work.
I flip the switch, I guess there's something running underground.
That's a guardhouse.
Yeah, this is also the thing. I don't think I missed anything. Unless maybe I'm supposed to move forward and then return. Well, I guess that's possible. I don't think that was the case, but I'll try.
This is probably the control system for the laser field.
Yes, it is. Okay, let's see. How does this work? Use the laser field. Deactivate across the 9 sectors shaded in red and 4 movements were either horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. The 3 cannot re-enter a sector that has been previously crossed. To accomplish this, place the deactivated controller in sector and figure it out on yourself. Place the deactivated controller in sector, figure it out yourself. Okay. I think I remember on this one. Wait though, there's the code as well? Well, could it be that I get the code from the bunker? It's possible. What am I gonna do with
That doesn't
this?
seem. Well, that won't work.
Well, apparently not.
That doesn't seem to do anything.
Can I do something here with this?
Well, that won't work. That doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, but I thought so.
Fuses always come in handy when working with explosives. Allows me to keep my distance.
Maybe keep looking.
That fan probably didn't help much in this 120-degree heat. Phone's probably no longer hooked up to people in this galaxy.
This is empty,
My
right?
garbage can always spills out.
Oh, it doesn't say anything about that. Okay.
Locker doors are in good shape.
Nope, nothing here. Well, I don't know. I'm sure to make the connection. But I need something else, I guess.
That's the door I came in.
Is this something? No. That's what I thought. Hey. Something maybe I haven't seen. Very interesting. Yeah, I think this was something very straightforward, but making it look really difficult right now. Let's see again, what do I have? Not too much.
That won't work. That doesn't seem to do anything. Well, that won't work. Fuses always come in handy when working with explosives. Allows me to keep my distance.
Yeah, this is the other thing, like, wasn't they supposed to make an explosive? I don't know. I guess the flashlight is gonna come in later. I got some nice dry matches. I guess I'm gonna figure this one out next time. Obviously, it's probably in this exact same spot, but anyway, saving it again, and I'm gonna go. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.